It's Christmas Eve and I'm so excited to be doing some Christmas baking last minute, so I have fresh stuff to gorge on tomorrow. So if you're like me and you're not sure what Instant Pot recipes are actually going to work out for you, stay tuned to this video because I'm going to be making a chocolate cake in the sky to salvage a defunct recipe I made yesterday, and I'm also going to be making a certain kind of popcorn that I've never tried before and I think you might find interesting for the holidays. If that's of interest to you, stay the heck tuned! If you're familiar with they're little like white, they're little green and pink chocolate chips, and they've got white sprinkles at the bottom and they taste like mint. Well, those are cream cheese dots chips, and I tried my luck at making them, which was basically an hour and a half of rolling pretty much cream cheese icing into balls and dipping them into sprinkles, and they tasted like crap. But I figure since it's basically, I had to take out my aggression on how much time I spent on making that, and I had to just smash it in here. So that's why they're like this, but you can see a little bit of the form still there. We're going to be turning this into just normal frosting, and we're going to be making chocolate cake, so it'll be chocolate mint cake. So let's see how it turns out. Alright, so I do not have an 8-inch springform pan, so any bakers out there, I'm very sorry, but I made my own makeshift one, and I'm going to place that inside the Instant Pot and see how this sucker works out. So I was able to get it down decently inside my makeshift little springform pan there. My only concern that I'm a little nervous about is that it might not cook evenly, just because I couldn't get it as even as I'd like to have gotten it in my little pan there, so we'll have to see what happens. This great secret I learned is you take some tinfoil, if you don't have the little tongs that are specially made for cakes or pans or anything in the Instant Pot, you just fold up some tinfoil like this and then place your item on. It'll look something like this. It's great so that when you're done cooking it, you don't have to wedge your hand in between the Instant Pot and your pan. You can just place both hands on these little guys here and lift the cake out from the pot. Okay, so now that we've gotten the kitchen cleaned up a little bit, it's time to wait the 26 minutes left over. And while we wait, I'm gonna go ahead and start the Santa Claus popcorn. It looks like the most sugary popcorn I've ever seen in my life. Blows caramel corn out of the water, so I'm excited to give it a try. Time to pull that hair back again, because you know, I'm a shatter. Right, let's do it. Okay, so first things first for this popcorn, we gotta go ahead and make 10 cups. So I'm gonna be doing that over stovetop for the initial preparation of the recipe. Adding some butter in there to help it pop. There we go. Alright, here's what we're left over with. It's not too much, I might add another color after the fact, but we'll see what happens. Popcorn is looking good. I laid the popcorn out on this tray so we can use the pot to make the mixture now. So once the Instant Pot has finished cooking your cake for 30 minutes, you'll want to go ahead and let it natural release for 10. So adding some butter to the pot so the marshmallows don't stick more than they need to when we're melting them. And remember, when you're cooking with anything super sugary, you want to use a wood utensil. This recipe does ask that you use mini marshmallows, but if you don't have mini marshmallows, a cup is about equivalent to 6 normal sized marshmallows. So just go ahead and stir that up until the very last marshmallow has melted. Then we'll pour it over the popcorn. Quickly dumping the popcorn. Okay, I need 2 hands. I couldn't film myself spreading it out because I had to work quickly, but here is popcorn. We're gonna add our M&Ms and sprinkles and just kind of pat them in so they stick a little bit more while it cools. So I couldn't find red and green ones at the grocery store, so I just went ahead and got these pink ones, and we're gonna shake them on. Oh my god, that is messy. The Santa Crunch popcorn is officially done. We just have to wait for it to cool down, break it apart, and serve it. Here we go. I am not the most savvy with cakes, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pierce that. Shit. I don't know. Is that good? I think that's good. Yeah. It's fully out of the Instant Pot, and we're gonna let it cool. Then take her out and investigate a little further. Here we go. The cake is cooked fully through, which is a big deal for me. I haven't tried the cake yet because I want to make sure that it looks pretty and everything is pretty as I can make it when I try to salvage the crap icing. I shouldn't say that. When I try to salvage the decent icing that I made the other day. So I'm gonna go ahead and ice this bad boy up. And we'll do a taste test because the popcorn should be just about done now as well. As you can see, this stuff is pretty thick for icing, so I had to cut it in tiny strips and lay it on out. Now we're gonna take this guy and put him on top. This icing is pretty much fondant at this point, so I'm just gonna try and roll it out and see if I can dress the cake this way. I'm so excited, I can't wait to try them. Alright, let's see what happens. Here's our beautiful little board. Ooh. Ah. Alright, let's see what happens. Well, that's always my favorite part of YouTube videos, when they cut the cake like that. Yeah. Oh, it looks so cute. I think it turned out pretty good for someone who's not very good at making cakes. Ooh. Here we go. Oh. Ignore that. It's pretty good. Before, that weird icing stuff was way too pepperminty, but having it kind of contrast with the chocolate makes it very doable. Yes. Ooh. I felt really bad about just throwing all that stuff out, so I'm happy I could use it in the recipe. Next up, the Santa Chow. Let's grab over here. Oh, come on. Yeah, there we go. That's better. It's pretty chewy with the marshmallow, but if you're someone who likes popcorn that's a little bit sweeter, this is definitely a must try. So the final verdict of the cake, it's pretty good for an Instant Pot cake. It's pretty foolproof if you have your cakes kind of doughy in the middle like I do. This is a really good way to do it. The recipe, it turned out a little thick when I was putting it into my makeshift pan, but it cooked down really nicely. So if you want to give it a try, I'll put the recipe down below so you can get a peek at it. And the Santa Claus Crunch popcorn is pretty good. A little sweet for me, but if you have kiddos at home, they might love the sugar rush, but maybe keep it to a small portion if you don't want to be up all night. Hope you enjoyed this video. Yeah. If you want to see other Instant Pot recipes, stay tuned. You can also check out my Pinterest, Haley Hub. You can check me out there. I've got a lot of stuff on my Pinterest board for the Instant Pot, and I'll be trying them and reviewing recipes out here. Merry Christmas, guys. Bye.